This man was in the car with his son when they spotted a feral cat, looking dirty and scraggly. Immediately, they got down of the car. This cat did the unexpected. Davy Gallant and his family loved animals, especially cats. Maybe these animals could even sense that they were safe with this family, so they always found a way to them. This family never bought cats. Instead, they adopted stray cats who also wanted them. It was one of these cats that eventually came to mean so much to this family. Unfortunately, something tragic happened that left the family traumatized. However, how they eventually overcame this tragedy is almost disbelieving. Davy loved to take strolls with his kids, Rose, 4, and Toby, 6. Sometimes he went out with both of them. However, most of the time, he went with either of them. These moments were very special to Davy, as it gave him the time to have beautiful conversations with his children. It was one day when he was taking a walk with Rose that a cat came into their lives. That day, Davy and his daughter had just walked for about 5 minutes when a cat suddenly came out and meowed at them. "Sweet girl, don't you have a home?" Rose turned to talk to the animal, but immediately after the kitten heard her voice, she ran back into the bush. The little girl was worried that she had scared the cat away. Don't worry, she probably went back to her siblings or mom. Davy tried to make his daughter feel better, but she insisted the cat wanted to go with them, and she had scared it away. "If she is meant to be ours, she will come again," Davy said. The father and daughter then walked for a few more minutes and returned home. They were just a few steps away from their house when Davy spotted Couscous. She was playing with Toby's ball right in front of their house. "Hey, look, your friend is here." "Your friend is here," Davy exclaimed, and Rose looked up. This time around, the cat stared at Rose for a few minutes. Then she ran away. Rose almost shed tears. "She would never come to me," she told her dad. Then Davy told her Couscous must have been following them for a while, and that's how she knew their house. "I think she is trying to see if she wants to live with us," Davy said. For the next few days, no one saw Couscous. She didn't come over to the house as well. Davy and Rose went in search of her, but they didn't see her. According to Rose's 4-year-old friend, Couscous may have been a ghost who just came to spy on them and must have returned to wherever she came from. As for Rose, she felt the cat had chosen another family and had gone to be with them. But a week later, this family got the most beautiful surprise ever. It was a calm Saturday morning. Rose's mother, Leah, had gone out to clean the front yard when she found Couscous beside one of the flowers. "She's finally here!" she screamed, and everyone rushed out of the house. They were so shocked and just kept staring at Couscous with surprise-filled eyes. Yet this cat didn't run away. She stared at each family member one after the other. Sadly, the cat had gotten leaner and looked very lonely and unkempt. "Hey, sweetheart, come here." Rose waved at the cat, and Couscous, with no hesitation, did the unexpected. The feral cat walked straight to her. That was when they all noticed she was limping. They guessed she must have knocked her feet against something. "Little girl, why did it take you so long to come to us?" Rose said, patting the cat. Everyone was so happy they now had a new addition to the family. Leah quickly rushed to the kitchen to get some milk and cheese, while Davy applied some ointment on the cat's leg. When the cat saw how much the family welcomed her, she came out of her shell too. She spotted Toby's ball in a corner, ran towards it, and just kept playing with it. That night, Couscous joined the family at dinner, and she ate happily and hungrily. As months passed, the kitten came to mean so much to this family. They made no plans without involving her. Whenever Rose and Toby went to school, Couscous would miss them all day. She knew the time they got back and would always wait at the door to welcome them. She was just a sweet soul, and this family fell helplessly in love with her. Rose watched this little cat grow into a beautiful and strong feline. She was such a happy and energetic cat until everything changed after 14 years. Rose was the first to note the changes. She noticed Couscous' lack of appetite and drastic weight loss. The family then took the cat to a veterinarian, who diagnosed her with feline cardiomyopathy. It was a fatal condition. So the family spent the next few days giving Couscous so much love and warmth. A week after the diagnosis, everyone woke up except Couscous. She had passed away in her sleep. Her death brought so much sadness to this household. Despite how much they loved this cat, they were now so scared of having another one. It was a traumatic experience, but no one could have believed it would still be a cat that would help this lovely family out of their misery. For almost 3 years, none of them had the gut to adopt another cat. Sometimes they came across some strays, but they just wished them well and walked away. They couldn't get over the 14 years of bliss and happiness they had had with Couscous. However, it was a lot harder on Rose. It was so painful to love Couscous, yet not be able to hold her and say, "I miss you." But one day, everything changed. All thanks to Toby, Davy, and one fearless cat, who changed this family's story. Davy and Toby were on their way home after their usual stroll, when they spotted a cat wandering alone near a road top of the highway. This scrawny little kitty stuck her head out of the tall grass as Davy drove by. Immediately, when Toby saw the animal, he suddenly screamed, "Dad, stop!" Before this day, Toby had seen other stray cats and had just walked away. But when his eyes met with this one, it was different, somehow. She looked just like Couscous the morning she came to their house. Immediately, I stopped the car. Toby pointed at the cat, and she was staring at us. Toby and I looked at each other, and there was a mutual understanding. We wanted this cat. There was no fear, no confusion. It was as clear as daylight, Davy said. "We always give the animals a few minutes to warm up to us. If they come running, we give them a home. If they avoid us, we alert the local animal shelter to send someone over to help," Toby explained. But now, they had chosen this kitten despite their reservations for cats. Would she choose them? Well, they only had a few seconds to find out. Immediately after Davy and Toby got out of the car, this little stray ran toward them. She looked like she needed a lot of attention and love, and wanted it from no one but them. When this cat got to where Toby and Dad were standing, she just started purring nonstop. That was all the signs they needed to know that she wanted them too. So Toby picked the cat up and they drove home. However, Davy and Toby were both anxious. They didn't know if Leia and Rose were ready to have another cat. Interestingly, they didn't even have any reason to worry. When they got home, Rose was outdoors watering the plants. Immediately, this cat saw her. She jumped down from the car and ran towards Rose. She then began nuzzling Rose's feet with her head and licking her feet as well. It was exactly what Couscous loved to do as well. Cats feel happy, safe, and relaxed the most when they stay near their loved one's feet. Immediately, this cat, later named Barley, stole Rose's heart forever. This cat was so fearless and was so sure she wanted to live with this family. She didn't even mind if she had to convince them for 1,000 years. Although Leia wasn't sure if she wanted another cat yet, she saw how much her family wanted Barley, so she took the happy kitten in and cleaned her flea-infested skin. For the next few days, they took care of the animal, and once again, all fell hopelessly in love with Barley. It wasn't planned, and they couldn't even control how they felt about her. We are now keeping a very positive mindset, and we are just going to live in the moment. Barley is a fearless and optimistic cat. We are also going to hope that things will move in a beautiful direction. Here is what Barley looks like 3 months after she moved in with this family. Isn't she just beautiful? We wish them a lot of joy and happiness.